Hey everyone. Hey Unsee. Hey Donut. I am in fact back. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. Probably way too long. YouTube's new streaming metrics are weird. Let's see. I'm almost to the end of this. I have to get to the Krauser fight, and then I've got the helicopter bit. Actually, I think this is the Krauser fight. So this, then the helicopter bit. Oh yeah, this is the Krauser fight. And then the helicopter bit after that. And then I've been told that I should try to knife Krauser. I shot him last time, but given that there's a lot of QTEs and knifing seems to be a good choice, I'm gonna give it a shot.
You two are all hooked up now, is that it?
You too, Donut.
Do you really want to know? She's beyond that gate.
Hey, Nico.
But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess. You got the last one.
It pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Oh, I've already got the post-game stuff open. If I hadn't beaten it before, I wouldn't have Leon in his RPD outfit here. Alright. Never mind, I'm not taking that. Wow. He's actually really easy to fight with the knife. I was not expecting that. I don't need another flash grenade. Wow. I have too much ammo for everything. But after this, I might actually do, like, Separate Ways and Operation Ada and that stuff. Oh, I hit that. Oh wow, a three greens is actually a full heal. I didn't know that. I hit that. Okay, game.
Good, Leon.
Oh, fuck you, game. And that should have hit him. Alright. At least I'm using up these, which I really should not have had in my inventory for any reason. Let's run back and see about getting the other stuff before it despawns. Should be good on healing items. Got like another 2 full heals, I think. No, I'm more interested in a flash grenade. I'm more interested in something I can use than something that's nice but useless. I think I should have. Oh, I love how if you stay in the wrong area, he won't really... He won't even really come after you. Isn't it the same insignia from earlier? Just with a... different pieces missing? Okay, I thought that hit the wall. This guy comes after me. Hell yeah. This is actually a lot easier to handle with the knife than it is with the, than it is with anything else. It's kind of funny, actually. I mean, I'd like the first aid spray. Oh, damn. Are these both first aid sprays? No, one of them's shotgun ammo. What? I may actually pull out something that I can, yeah, I can't really. I was thinking I'd pull out a weapon that I can actually use up a stack of ammo for, but I don't really have anything like that. Alright, I'm assuming down here? It's been a while since I've played this. Not too long, like less than a year. This is just that part of the game that no one can really remember quite right. I should have used that one herb.
What do you intend to do restoring Umbrella?
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
That is the
Psycho
worst
like you can't
reason
bring order
for
or
anything.
balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
No, I can't take that either. Hey, Albertus. What's up? This fight is some of the best and worst of this game. It's just so... I don't know. The fight is a goofy action movie brawl, but there's just so many QTEs that it's kind of awful. May as well. Just a shame I can't go back. Well, actually, I think I should be able to go back through. This is where I came up, I think. Probably? No, I don't think that'd work too well. Initiative. Where's the next one? trying to remember off the top of my head. I really wish I had something I could get rid of, but kind of like good on everything right now. Maybe more than good on everything. Maybe I should have. No, there is that one last. There was that one last Iron Maiden I gotta take out with the thermal scope. And I don't want to be pouring ammo in. That was just panic mashing, and I got through that somehow.
Good, Leon. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I guess this fight doesn't really have a health bar so much as it has a hit him as many times as, or hit him until he leaves you alone bar. That was interesting. And now I'm out of space for handgun ammo. At least I've got enough Magnum ammo for the end. I do not remember these. I really don't remember these from last time I played. Guess I'll shoot them. The fuck are these? See you later, Angus. I mean, streaming's not really what I do.
Comrade.
It's just some... What? Honestly, I think I'm kind of towards the end on needing the, these. I'm not even sure if there's a point in using the last few. I mean, I guess it gives me a little extra health, but... yeah, may as well. Man, I have forgotten, like, most of this fight. I know there's a bomb towards the end. Get the knife, get his knife before fighting him.
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that. Witness the power!
You've lost it completely.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Krauser.
until...
Prepare for your death,
I
Leon.
didn't even know you could do that. Okay, I dodged. Super. He's... honest to God, not... Come on. I feel like my hit should have connected before his. Thanks, game. Yeah, I'm just going to go back from the start of this fight. Yeah, no, the best part about Krauser is that in the Mercenaries game mode, when you play him, he gets the big-ass arm. Big-ass arm and a TMP. Now that you mention it, Insert, he does kind of look like Duke Nukem. I should...
Welcome.
I'm...
Got some rare things on. What are you selling?
How much? These sell for 10,000 each. And there's a lot of healing items in the arena. And I'm kind of to the point where I don't need any more health. But more money would be nice.
Thank you. What are you buying?
I think this is nearing. It's also...
Come back any time.
And... let's use that. And if I do well... Mine Launcher might work. Mine Launcher is amazing. Although I'm actually starting to think about selling it because it's to the point where there's not really too many points where I'm gonna need it anymore. It's not giving me the dodge option. I guess his health doesn't super matter until later. Actually got inventory space this time around. TMP ammo is going to be the first thing I drop. I guess see about flashbanging him and then, I don't remember that. Didn't he not do that last time? Didn't he, like, show up behind me or something? That said, I think it's about time I use this. And then continue on. This time I know about the proximity mines. Yeah, this time I haven't forgotten the bow. Seems to do this in shots of 3. Or not. He's just continuing to fire. super annoying.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm making it. Thanks for the $1, Gabe. Now let's use this. And then take that. And then take that. Okay. That panic fire was, I was not actually expecting to hit the second one. I'm not complaining about hitting the second one, but I wasn't expecting to.
You're mine.
What? I hit dodge? But okay.
Don't just stand there. Come out and fight like a man.
I'm not falling for that one.
Just trying to have fun.
What? What even was that?
That's what I'm
Hey, Kushu. Ah, yes, clearly this is Silent Hill, well known for its subtlety and puzzle solving over combat. I don't know how you couldn't recognize this game. Alright, this time let's use first aid spray. Take this. I was trying to knife him, but okay. I'm not exactly good at this game. I'm just, like, generally competent enough to make it through. Why do I have so many nades? Because I don't use nades, but I feel bad about selling them. I can't take that, can I? May as well use it if I can't take it. Beeper things, bomber drone things. here? No? Alright. Guess I just keep moving. Chuck him at the bots. I could,
What
but
is
I've
it
also
that you
got
fight for, comrade?
handgun ammo.
Past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
I mean, at least I didn't get hit. Where the fuck's that one going? Oh. Okay, I don't see Krauser's knife down here anywhere. But oh shit. At least he can't get in here. Ah well. This'll be fine. Alright. There's... some magnum ammo. Which is another thing I probably have too much of. To stand still and keep swinging when he mutates? Oh yeah, no. I know that. It's just a little buggy with its dodging.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
I guess the dodge. Okay. Okay. Right. I'm going to try and hold on to that to sell. I mean... okay. I don't know why it... and I slammed! I was hitting dodge. That was absolute bullshit. Will continue put me back at the mutation part? Or will it put me all the way back at the... I'm just gonna use continue. I don't even care.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
I dodged. Sometimes the game just decides I don't succeed at QuickTime events. Wow. I'm sincerely annoyed by that. And he's totally unaffected by flashbangs. Really? I was trying... oh! Oh, that's why. It's not registering me clicking. I'm gonna load the game real quick. I don't know why it decided to stop registering me clicking. Wait. Sure. I don't even... this menu's the worst. Oh, that's why. Whenever there's a QTE up, it turns off... Whenever there's a QTE up, it turns off every other button prompt. Like right there. I should be able to hit him and interrupt, but the game decides that dodging is more important, and because clicking is a potential for the dodge, you're not allowed to. Can I tell a story while playing the game? I don't know if I have enough concentration to manage that. Yeah, that confirms it. That's really bad. Normally I try to load instead of restart, but I am sick of this boss battle.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
That was my fault. Great. I love how QTEs just lock me out of doing anything. But I can hit him when he's close enough to kick me. Except when he's bulletproof for some reason, and my attack... At least spacebar isn't used for QTEs, so it doesn't register. Cool. This is bad. This is gonna be a total... This could actually wind up just being a lock. Time running out. I was not expecting him to immediately... This is the worst. This is actually just the worst. Try the mine launcher. I'll see. Flashbangs didn't seem to be able to do anything to. It's. Have I tried getting good? I am attempting that right now. Great. Is there any kind of setting I could mess with? I guess because I was at low health, it just didn't care. See, Nico, I tried a flashbang earlier, which I figured would, even if it didn't do any damage, stagger him a little and let me get a hit in, but... Okay, that actually worked that time. I figured that would let me get a hit in at least. But game don't care. Yeah, it's doing the same thing with bullets. If a QTE's up, Krauser can't be hit at all. the least fair thing in the world. Wow, my handgun does too much damage. My handgun actually does enough damage that was... Wow. Alright, either way. Yeah, I really wish I had more time for recording right now. I should have more time soon. My classes are ending soonish, and hopefully I can get my work schedule sorted out a little bit. And I should be able to, I should be able to get a few more things recorded. I died 11 times? Holy fuck. I think most of them were to Krauser. Yeah, the Red 9 is the best handgun. Let's see how much ammo I have. Plenty of ammo. I'm almost to the boss. I'm towards the end. Ooh, wrong button. Is there a merchant around? I don't think there is. Yeah, there's like one last merchant right towards the end. But... Alright. Here we go. Time for one of the dumbest parts of the game.
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
I mean,
smart
Ada,
life
if you
while you can.
if you got blown up for throwing a grenade into a weapons cache, that's not the most unexpected death. So clearly, the game has been building up to this moment of fighting through massive amounts of enemies.
Damn.
Oh god, no. The worst part of... Another really... I keep saying the worst part of the game is coming up. Another really bad part of the game
Time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
is gonna hit in a moment. When this game's strong, it's strong. When this game is absolutely obnoxious bullshit, it's... And none of them notice this. And also, that's not damaging the helicopter. Yeah, I would say,
Now that's what I call backup.
name's Mike.
I would say if you're not playing your own character, don't do anything that would severely hurt their reputation. Really, I have too many shotgun shells. Like, there's bits of this game that are really cathartic and, like, finally getting to be kind of badass after getting your shit pushed in repeatedly. And then there's this bit where you just kind of sit back and watch someone else do really cool stuff. And that's not fun. That's not really very fun. I should honestly be fine without one magnum ammo? Or without one flashbang. Thanks for thanks for another $1, Gabe. That'll be fine. Too many shotgun shells. Yep. That is the most first world problem. I'm actually gonna need to fight some shit soon. Yeah, exactly. It's like, when it comes to storytelling, show don't tell. When it comes to gameplay, do don't show. That is a very good way to put it. I expected that to go a little differently. Have to do anything. Texas world problems. I should probably throw away that TMP ammo, actually. And take the shotgun shells instead. It's one of those I'm just gonna sell. One of those I'm actually gonna want. I'm not even watching half of this. It's just so pointless. I'm really lucky the Ganados don't wise up and start knocking me off of ladders like I do to them. Ah, gotcha. If that seemed more or less in character form, that's a different story. I've heard too many stories about, like, people screwing up campaigns for the rest of the party, or for, or even just for specific other players. So I have some immediate suspicions with stuff like that. Oh, I thought they were across the gate. Okay. That's where they are. I thought they were over there for some reason. Okay. Man, this part of the game. I keep forgetting there's actually things I have to do because of the helicopter. Yeah, I wasn't even aware there was a problem up there. Even if it's bad half the time, there's something really satisfying about the head explosions in this game. Tell if that's an enemy Gatling gun or the guy who's helping me here. Okay, I know that's where I have to go. Yeah, it's definitely the ally. No, just turn around and you're safe. Let the guy with the helicopter and the big Gatling guns take care of it all. There's no reason to worry. Someone just died. Ow. Guess I'll use this. I really feel like this should count as some cover, but apparently it doesn't. You just die already. Get this extra. Have I had that extra mine launcher ammo? Just killing a bunch of hunters and disaster preppers now. Basically, it went from fighting against creepy zombie men to fighting against some random dudes in Spain in a small Spanish town. Or not. Or, I mean, it went from... that came out wrong. Went from fighting creepy zombie men to some weird, like, armed zombie action movie. I was thinking of two different descriptions for the starter, or for the start of the game for some reason. Because yeah, they're random dudes in a Spanish town, and they're also creepy zombie men. BPK? So, one of my friends... No, this needs backstory. So, one of my gaming groups... Thank you for the $50 on C. Wow. I'm... Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I was telling a story. Right, I was telling a story. So one of my gaming groups has been playing a system called Godbound. Now Godbound is based around all the player characters are playing like super powerful, godlike beings who are shaping the world around them, and basically we get character levels through a mix of traditional experience points and also oh, I didn't see this guy. That's okay. So we get our levels through a mix of traditional experience points and also through the amount of Dominion spent. And we spend and when Dominion is spent, it's spent to make a permanent change in the world, be that like changing a people, or building an institute, or infrastructure, or something. It can be all kinds of shit. I wish I could use that. And it's a really neat system. It's also burned out. It has also totally burned out three very skilled GMs that I know, because it's a sandbox system where the players have what I would almost call too much agency or power. Motherfucker. Okay, I'm shooting him. And as a result, and also as a result of how character creation is done, you can make all kinds of shit. One of my friends made Clackrick. Clackrick is the worst. Clackrick... Well, okay, Clackrick is one of the worst. Two out of 3 of the really bad player characters I've seen in this system were made by the same dude. And I don't mean to throw shade, because that was kind of their intention. They were both experiments in being, playing evil characters, and the result of these experiments is he's not playing evil characters for a while. Hey, Rogod. all you missed was the Krauser fight, and now I'm doing the... You go right from the Krauser fight to this weird helicopter set piece. 2 shots killed him. I'll take it. I was hoping to get both of those, but okay. One is fine. Oh, and there's a first aid spray over here. But oh, I gotta get to him. Yeah, so he's taking a break from evil characters. Yeah, the result of his experiments playing evil characters is that he's not playing evil characters for a while. And this is how he put it. So it's not like I'm so player characters have total agency. There is nothing the player characters cannot do. And, like, if they want to just institute a massive change in the world and found a new city, they can do that, provided they have the Dominion. But so there've been some really bad characters we've dealt with in this system. The worst of them, and this character being worse than either of the 2 other bad characters that I've dealt with, the worst of them was Bastien. Bastien and his player are the most definitive that guys I have ever met. It's kind of insane how much of a caricature of a that guy he and the character and his player were. Dude used, like... No, it wasn't a Nietzsche quote. Because I looked up who this was. I think it was a Marquis de Sade quote. Where, the famous, "'Tis better to... if, given the choice between being feared and loved, I would choose to be feared." Or, "It is better to be feared." He used that quote. The player used that quote to justify all of Bastien's bullshit. Such as murdering an old lady who wasn't happy that he was bringing dead people back to life to serve as slaves.
When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a
The
good
old
bar.
lady passed every single morale check thrown her way. RPGs don't work that way. Mike, I knew ye for 5 minutes. Sebastien was bad. He instituted some really fucking... Like, there are parts of this setting where that would have been, where that was the natural order of things. He wasn't from those parts. He was from parts that hated him, and he was banned for life, and he destabilized the nation.
Oh, I'm sorry,
And was
Leon.
working towards destabilizing another nation when his player just up and disappeared.
Don't tell me you've
Stopped
never
returning all of our
slaughtered
messages.
In
We
essence,
kicked him out of the
it's the same
campaign
thing.
after he was just
What
gone
did you
for
say?
2 months, I think.
Insect's life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite
But this
out
player
of my body.
has instituted
I wish you luck.
a race to stop the end of the world. He decided it was a great idea to... He decided it was a real good idea for him to, so he found an artifact that created... Basically it created Las Plagas. It created a group of parasitic evil creatures that wanted to build a bunch of hives and take over everything. And he assumed that he wasn't sure that he had control over the things he created. And, you know, if he felt he didn't have control... let me just check this. Mike, I'll make sure they pay. So, like, there was no reason to kill off that dude. There was no emotional attachment to him. And now there never will be. But... I guess there's not really anything I can do about that ammo. My inventory is 100% full. I could have sworn there was another Iron Maiden I had to take care of. Right before. Maybe over here? I think it's in the lead up to that oil rig at the end. I'm also using the mine launcher, of all things. But so, his...
Leon, you okay?
Yeah.
Clearly, they were gonna go, all of the emotional attachment in going out for drinks later. Oh yeah, Leon's gonna handle that last boss fight real well with a knife wound in his fucking thigh. He should be stumbling into having trouble moving at this point.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Because he's just been canonically stabbed in the fucking leg.
Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
So anyway, Bastien. Bastien decided he needed to test that he had absolute control over these creatures. Would anyone like to take a guess at what Bastien's test of their control was? I'll give you guys a few minutes to figure out what it was. Wow, this game is longer than I thought, because I just remember there's a bunch of sections up here that I still... Here's where that last Iron Maiden is that I have to take care of. But yeah, anyone want to take a guess at what Bastien's test of total control of these creatures was? Of these parasitic, locust-like creatures? I think it's just in there. Ugh, I hate this thing. You're actually so he did both of those things, but those weren't the test of having control of the creature. And I will get into some of the other shit he did with this parasite nest. Oh, come on. There we go. So what he did to make sure that he had total control of the creatures was he told them to do the exact thing they were already doing. He gave them explicit orders to keep rebuilding their nest. The nest that they were rebuilding anyway. And when they kept, and he left for like 5 minutes, came back, and once he saw that they were still doing the exact same thing they were doing before he ordered them to do the thing that they were already doing, he went, "Oh yeah, clearly I have total control over these evil Ant-Men." And then he fed them a refugee camp. Not a village, a refugee camp. I really wish I was making this up. Bastien was the most psychopathic douchebag I have ever seen. That is super disconcerting. Like, I know that's not anything, but I also hate that. Good old ballistic ammunition. Yeah, no. He also murdered several old ladies who objected to what he was doing. Gave them no real explanation as to what was going on. And by the nature of the campaign, he left, but his world-ending scenario is still a thing that we have to deal with. So that's fun. Honestly, I don't think I have too much. Got 4 grenades should be fine on everything. I don't really use grenades all that much, so that should be fine, I guess. I want to take all of the stuff, and I can't take all of the stuff. I guess I'll get rid of an incendiary. I'll get rid of another of these. There's not very much left of the game, so it's not a big deal. And I think, like, the last thing I gotta do really mandates more, Yeah, and the thing being, it wasn't even, like, for population control or anything. It wasn't, like, the things weren't, like, overcrowded. It was, like, a small city in a kind of medieval setting that was pretty well sustained. And the group took over it because we were, helping with a rebellion against the, ruling class of automatons. And there was a point where our GM, who actually plays the other 2 evil characters I've played with in this system, and he was just as, you know, we were all kind of horrified at most of Bastien's actions. So yeah, our GM was like looking for things for the enemy to, or he was like, oh man, I've gotta like come up with propaganda for the enemy army to use against us, or to use against you guys. And then he goes and he's like, wow, the only one of, there are like this party is doing so many, is committing so many fucking war crimes right now that I don't even have to make up the propaganda the big bad is using against them. Oh yeah, no, I know the Middle Ages was filled with large towns. It was just sort of the, it was like a moderately large medieval city. I just looked at how much Magnum ammo I have. Oh god, I could use the Magnum like a handgun at this point. But yeah, so like this wasn't like an overpopulated town. This was just like a pretty like normal medieval city with no real major problems that we were like trying to help rebel against. I thought I was safe there. We were trying to help them rebel against the automaton ruling class that didn't give a shit about humans. I just hit that out of the air. I'm pretty okay with this. And so, you know, it was like, oh yeah, and so like Bastien's idea of like how to endear ourselves with the locals was to turn all of their dead relatives into zombie slaves to do his work, which also winds up disrupting their economy, which is not built around that. Because, like, it was I believe the Raised Dead were a Dominion change, and Dominion changes are meant to have pushback either through civil unrest or problems inherent in what's being changed, like, say, economic problems when you're shifting around food supply or things like that. And he would do a lot of this shit basically without any of our input in places where we weren't around. So it was like, we couldn't really do anything about this. He just got to be a psychopath because no one was there to stop him. At this point in the campaign, I am currently playing the only character that hasn't committed at least 5 war crimes. Because our medic, or no, let's put it in a different way. Our GM had a plan to use had a plan to do a thing where, like, we'd have, the amount of people we'd saved measured against the amount of people we'd killed as kind of a test of our morals and shit. And then he looked at the kill counts of every single player, and I'm the only person who doesn't have... I'm the only member of the party who hasn't killed at least twice as many people as I've saved. Oh, there's one up there too. What's the war crimes I've done? We took a siege of a city way too far. The initial plan was to, like, starve them out and figure out, get them to surrender to us without too much fighting. But the end result of this siege was I believe, like, more than half of the not even, like, 90% of the city's population being super fucking dead. So we fucked up. And Maxim, my character, still has problems with this. Like, it's been, I think, a couple of years in game time, and he still holds it over his own head because he is sickened by the amount of death that he caused. He's just a blacksmith. He is just a blacksmith who suddenly had divine powers, and look, really does not want to hurt anyone. Hey, Talemi. Just toss another one down. I'll toss another one of these down with him. That should be fine. Yeah, no. I had not thought of that comparison before, Dylan, but that's a pretty good... That is a pretty good comparison. And... yeah. That's just a really good comparison for Maxim. He is a blacksmith. He didn't want to hurt anyone. The one time he did was more or less a mistake. Or the one time he, like, seriously hurt a population was more or less a mistake. And he's not against, like, a war. He knows that sometimes it's necessary. He really does prefer peaceful means. And right now, the rest of the party really doesn't. It was kind of sad when... It was kind of a sad moment for him when the party medic retired his character and built a new character who's kind of the opposite. He went from playing this pretty nice medic dude to, who Maxim got along with really well, to playing a pirate, but not like the fun, swashbuckling kind of pirate, like the I am a criminal and an asshole kind of, I am a criminal and an asshole and I'm here for cash kind of pirate. He's basically working with Maxim because he believes Maxim will help him in his goal of becoming king of his nation and killing all of his political rivals. Maxim's goal right now is to get rid of Takat and save the world. Takat is the name of the parasite thing. I was really hoping that that would carry some... There we go. Yeah, not Jack Sparrow, Blackbeard. Blackbeard was, although funnily enough, Blackbeard was kind of an anomaly as far as pirates went. Most pirates wouldn't lock their entire crew in a room with them while they were smoking, and make them, or just to like suffocate their crew to show that he is tougher than any of them. Because he did that once. I did a biography on Blackbeard. And, like, other pirates, like, most piracy was kind of the purest form of democracy on a ship. They didn't have a long life expectancy, but it was better than being in the Royal Navy, because the Royal Navy was kind of hell at the time. But when it came to Blackbeard's ship, he didn't give a fuck. You were going to listen to what he said. He was going to get most of the money, and there was a good chance he was going to kill you if he just because he felt like it. Like the Queen Anne's Revenge, his famous ship. Yeah, he sank that ship with a lot of its crew on it because he decided there were too many people to pay, so he killed most of them. Because most people on ships at that time were not able to swim because it was seen as bad luck to be able to swim. So he intentionally murdered, like, something like 70% of his crew. But, like, then you have people like, who was it? I can't remember who it was, but I want to say it was Black Bart, but I think I'm wrong. Who, before becoming a pirate, was I believe he was a Christian preacher, and he would actually hold mass for his crew every Sunday, and everyone would attend. And he was originally a prisoner on the pirate ship, but like, he was just really nice to everyone who had captured him. And so eventually it came time to elect a new captain for the ship. And they decided, hey, this dude we've got down in the brig is actually really nice. Why don't we just let him run things for a while? And so they did. Oh, they're still alive. And he became one of the most successful pirate captains ever. What villain would I like to play? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. Honestly, I prefer... It's really odd, because, like, a lot of villains really don't work well for me, because the villains I enjoy are very much kind of punch clock villains. Who
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
Villains who aren't necessarily
I'm taking
evil,
Ashley back, whether
but they're
you like it
doing
or not.
bad things because
The
it pays
audacity
rent.
of youth.
Which is a big reason that I kind of like, it's a big reason that I kind of like, what's it? Fuck, it's a big reason I like, Thief the Dark Project, because
Leon,
Garrett
now!
is the protagonist, but he's also not a good person, and he's really just doing everything he can to stay out of debt and make it through the month. He even makes a comment at one point that he's taking a job not because he's interested in it, not because it sounds like a good time, but because it's getting towards the end of the month, and his landlady is worse than the tyrannical, not even tyrannical. His landlady is worse than the city guard, who would in typical medieval fashion, cut off his hands for being a thief. Very much just like, not a good person, but needs cash. All right.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale,
Herbert,
stranger. What are you selling?
Reanimator? You mean the, what's it? The,
Is that all? Thank you.
H.P. Lovecraft novel? I haven't gotten around to reading that. Alright, at this point, I can sell the infrared scope.
Thank you. Thank you. What are you buying?
I don't think I'll have enough for it. There's a save around here too, I believe.
Back any time.
Let me see if I can find the typewriter. I think it's downstairs. Luisa's Memo 5. From the initial stages of the research, we have been searching for a safe and practical removal procedure of the Plaga. Ironically, it turns out that the real objective of this research was not to find a way to remove the Plagas from the infected persons, but to find a way so that the Plaga could not be removed from the body easily. In the end, we were able to find out that the Plagas could be removed only by exposing them to a special radiation. The only drawback with this method is that it is a very painful procedure, since the Plaga attaches itself to the nerves. There is a possibility that it may impair the consciousness of the host. Another fact that must be mentioned is that once a Plaga grows into an adult, the removal procedure could kill the host. But perhaps death isn't so bad when you think about the alternative. I believe there's a typewriter in here. And I want to save before... Oh, there's another merchant up ahead, too. I'm going to use up my mine launcher ammo and then sell it. Fuck. That was my fault. I should have known better.
Wait. Follow me.
You want me to talk about Wawas again? Wawas again? I am very passionate about that convenience store.
This hunk of junk?
That was the
I don't know
dumbest
about
thing I've
this,
ever
Leon.
done, honestly.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
I have a video sitting on my phone of me at a Wawa that was kind of further from home. And I was
sure you
trying
want
to
this?
think of a way to share it, but I don't really know what to do.
Alright. Here goes nothing.
I mean, the Redwall villains are also some of the best. Clooney the Scourge is fucking amazing as a villain. I think the animated series cut this out, but at the start of the book,
How are you
or
feeling?
at the start of the first book,
$1 million.
when Clooney and
you
his
were
army
gonna die.
are entering
Alright.
Mossflower,
Guess I'm up.
One of his lieutenants comes up, annoys him mildly, and then Clooney kicks him off the cart in front, or kicks him to the front of the cart, so that he's run over by the human-sized cart that they're riding in.
You okay?
And the book describes the crunching of bones as his trusted sergeant is just murdered.
I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
One death. Yep. One death. Redwall was really good. I started reading, it was either Martin the Warrior or Mossflower. I think it was Mossflower's the second one. I started reading Mossflower afterwards, and it was very different. Or not even very different, just, I couldn't get into it as easily as I could Redwall. I don't know why. Okay, so where is this? There's 2 ways up, I guess? Oh. I didn't know I could get back in here. I'm assuming that there's money here or something. Or at least some kind of supplies here. Because why else would the game let me go back here? I didn't even know you could do this. Red herb. Magnum ammo. Like I don't have enough magnum ammo. Ferris, have you been watching the Let's Drown Out Resident Evil or Resident Evil 4 series? Because I believe Gabriel Morton made that same comparison and started calling Ashley Trans Dewey. Honestly, while this is a long escort mission, Ashley is probably the least annoying escort mission I've ever had to put up with. She dies occasionally, but it's usually to something that's... It is usually the player's fault if she dies. And it didn't just decide, oh, your escort, the person you're escorting just can't be hit anymore. Which really which is, like, a thing that kind of annoys me. Our mission. The real power of the United States lies in 3 areas: the Justice Department, the administrative bodies, and the military. Executive branch, but yes. In order to take control of these areas, we must influence the minds of the people who advise the president. Nope. I did not. I meant to keep reading that. Our mission, not our plan. After this is done, the rest of the departments will quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were able to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. Do they not know how the US government works? Because in almost every case, we have a president and a Senate and a Congress that really don't like each other. After this is done, the rest of the departments will quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. We will still be able to conquer the country as planned using our backup plan. Once we control the country, we will use their international influence to our advantage. That's not how any of this works. The rest of the world will fall swiftly. As already stated, if our first plan doesn't go as smoothly as expected, we'll proceed with our secondary plan by sending in our special forces. We will infiltrate the country from within. Fear and chaos will spread through the nation like a virus. It'll only be a matter of time before the country loses its stability. At that time, when they're most vulnerable, we will strike. Rejoice, my brethren, the world shall soon be clean. Wow. This is so very much we don't actually know how this government works. Yeah, Shiva in RE5 is less than useless. If you have a second player, she's great. If you don't, she uses your ammo shooting at things you don't want to shoot at, and also uses your healing items. And that's really not good. If you play it co-op, it's not a bad game at all. I mean, it's not great. It has some really annoying bits, but none of its set pieces are any worse than some of the bad set pieces in 4. It's tolerable with 2 players. Also, you can hack the PC version to use split screen. The code is still there. They just took the functionality out. Necrons are interesting. I kind of like the old version of, yeah, Hans. Shoggy said that he took the, Shoggy, left an update saying that he took the, month off of, work to write All Guardsman Party, but, there's not really been much of an update since then. Okay, I'm gonna save here.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale. What are you selling?
Okay, let's see. Sell the useless ammo.
Is that all? Thank you.
I honestly think it's safe to sell the mine thrower at this point. We'll see how I do. Haven't really been using it. It's good for crowd control, but there's not any crowd control to do anymore.
Is that all? Thank you. Come back
to do some tune-up. I think that
What are you buying?
I honestly knowing he has, so historically he's just got really bad.
Is that all, stranger?
He's really
Thank
bad
you.
at
Is that all, stranger? Thank you.
gauging how much effort some of his writing winds up or how much effort and time a lot of his writing winds up taking.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here.
Oh, the All Guardsman Party is written by the guy who played Nubby, or as he put it, he played Nubby, most of Fumbles, and Crisp.
Ada!
Which is a big part of why they get a lot more actual lines than anyone else.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old.
Because he remembers the things he said better than the things the rest of them said.
Okay.
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing
Patrick?
is a cliche
No.
that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Ada, stand back.
Ah, this boss fight. I don't know. I like Ada. Fucked up. Fuck up too badly, I guess. Wait, why am I... Oh, I have the mine thrower equipped. That's why I have no gun equipped. Okay, I have probably too much ammo. Yeah, let's see. I was not close enough to actually hurt it. Wow, thanks game for giving me less than a second to hit the QTE. I mean, hotshot lasguns are great in Ghosts. The eyes keep closing before I can shoot. Really? Honestly, I could do this whole thing with the Magnum. I have enough ammo. I shouldn't, but I could. I wish they would just pick a button combo to use. Thanks, game. I wish they'd just pick a button combo to use instead of, like, whatever the fuck this game likes to do. Under it. I don't like this boss fight. It's not even a tough boss fight. It's just not fun. Yeah, Tower probably my favorite. Tower and Imperial Guard are probably my favorite factions in 40K. Which is also a big part of why I very much like. You can actually very easily run a.
Use this.
You can very easily like run a Tau game in, say, Only War or something, because Tau don't care. Are you Imperial Guard? Tau don't care. Hell, they'll be happy to recruit you. Inventory Texas? Inventory Tetris. God, my inventory's a mess again. The infinite rocket launcher.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Yeah, I keep thinking about getting into
Don't worry. I'll
Kill
take
Team.
good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
because it's like from
Here,
how I've had it
catch.
described to me, it's
Better get a move on. See you
it's
around.
40k tabletop, but not horrible,
Very
but not
cute.
like bank-breakingly expensive. You don't have to like have the money for a full army. You just have to have enough for a you just have to have enough for like one group. I haven't really gotten into the 40k tabletop before.
Leon,
We have to get off this island
My
now. It's
cousin,
gonna blow
my
any
cousin
minute.
Jake,
it's gonna what?
has talked about getting me into Kill Team a couple of times, but nothing's really come of that. I'm most interested in playing either Tau or Imperial Guard. Again, this game has jumped the shark. It's the end of the campaign, at least. This game just has... Every time you think the game has jumped the shark, it finds another shark to jump.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Oh god, I forgot about this. This is another not very good part of the game. What? What?
Hang on, sweetheart.
Yeah, I have a friend who's kind of into Wormahordes. It seems interesting enough. What? What? I'm dodging that. What keeps killing me?
Hang on, sweetheart.
That looks like a rock that you're supposed to dodge, and it looks like I'm dodging it. Is it supposed to be a ramp that I'm supposed to use? The game really needs to signal that better. Yeah, it's supposed to be a ramp, but there's no indication that it's not just a rock that's gonna kill you. That's great.
Wait! Behind us!
I know. Just hold on.
This part part of the game is so dumb and really bad. Everything is an insta-kill. And the point of half of it is to... Oh god, I hate this bit. But yeah, I've been thinking of getting into 40k Kill Team. Because it's a small squad-based 40k tabletop. And without any vehicles. This is the PC version, 320466.
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
We're just gonna, like, take this to the back to the mainland.
After you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't
Yes,
hurt
because
to
you're
ask, no?
16, Ashley.
So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I know there's a few, oh, and this is... The end credits, have... the story of what the village was like until the Plagos hit, and it's super fucking depressing. So we'll just let this play. Huh, I didn't know there was a total conversion... I didn't know there was a total conversion mod for, XCOM PC. I know, what's it, that... I know there's that 40k strategy game with tech priests. That looks kinda neat. Favorite Space Marine chapter? Probably either the Imperial Fists or the Salamanders. Especially the Salamanders, because they give a shit about civilian casualties. As for Guard Regiment, I'm gonna stick to canon Guard regiments, so definitely the Tanith First and Only. Gaunt's Ghosts is a really good series. I haven't been able to get back to it since Book 7, which was kind of a rough read. Mechanicus, that's the one. Why were there no kids? The kids didn't get parasites and were left to starve. What game do I have lined up next? I have absolutely no idea. I might play the other campaigns in this. I might also look through my library. I might also look through my library and see what else I've got. That Borderlands remaster is out. If I had some of my friends around, I would, I actually do have LA Noire. I've also got the Crysis series. I really liked Crysis 1. I started playing Crysis 2 and I couldn't stand it. Holy shit, when did I get 20 viewers? I have the first Dead Space. I wasn't able to get super into it.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Also, Gearbox is a bag of dicks and a bunch of scumbags, so... Especially Randy Pitchford. I was killed 34 times. Wow. My first run through was half an hour shorter. Yeah, I don't give a shit about leaderboards. I don't know. Main characters talking isn't the end of the world. Jak 2. The Jak and Daxter games. Jak doesn't talk in the first game. He gets a voice actor in the second game, and I really enjoy 2 and 3. Let's see the extras. Separate Ways, Assignment Ada, The Mercenaries. So the movie browser. I just want to get this all. I just want that to not say that I have unread shit, because I hate seeing that. I hate that little... I hate, like... I hate that little red dot so much. Honestly, I don't think Leon's getting paid at all. I mean, on the one hand, it's a shame they'll never finish Brothers in Arms. On the other hand... I'm not hitting that. On the other hand, boy, did I not enjoy Brothers in Arms 3. Hell's Highway is so bad. I really, really liked Road to Hill 30 and Road to Hill 30 and Earned in Blood. Brothers in Arms 3 is not very good. I've beaten Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami is very fun. Metal Gear is very good, Patrick Star. 3 is my favorite game. I also learned recently the only Metal Gear Solid game to never have a PC release was 4. The first 3 all had on-disc PC releases. And for the first one, the PC release is the only version... Yeah, I know Earned in Blood was 2. I'm saying Hell's Highway is the one I don't like. Earned in Blood was really good. But the PC release of the first Metal Gear Solid game, while, like, the PC ports were not well made, and they're buggy as shit, and they can be tough to get running. But when you can, the PC release of 4, or not 4, of 1 has a bunch of content that was never released in the US other than that version. Depends on what your game is, Jared. I can make no promises because I do have limited time, and a lot of my streaming is more like because I feel like doing something. And I like hanging out with people. I think I'm going to give Resi 4 a break before I start Separate Ways or Assignment Ada. I'm definitely going to play them because I want the other stuff, and I may as well stream them because I'm already streaming Resi 4. But what I'm going to do now is head over here. And there we go. Let's take a look at, I guess I'll just hide the logo. It bothers me that it's in the background like that. All right, let's take a look at what I've got. And also let's turn on, let's let it capture. Let's let it capture my cursor. Cool. Cool. So this is everything I've got installed right now. You keep saying Wawa's for Luigi, but to me Wawa is just a wonderful, wonderful convenience store. This is everything I have right now. Wow, I have 645 games. I keep things sorted by whether I've beaten them, whether I've completed them, what I was streaming at various points. So that's what do I have for streaming. I do still have to beat Shadowrun Hong Kong. Oh yeah, I had Tooth and Tail that I was thinking of playing for a bit. Do I have Path of Exile installed? No idea. Deponia is such a good game. I'm on the last part of Complete Journey, which isn't complete now. And I keep meaning to go back and finish it. I'll just keep this installed for now. Don't want that, but I do want all of this stuff open. Beat that. My controller's out in my car, but I could stream Dark Souls. The first one. Dungeon Siege is good. Oh boy, am I not trying to stream that. It is an old game. For Honor, no way I could run that and stream it. Mountain Blade. That would be a big ol' way to get in trouble, Matthew. Shipwreck is not very good, and I should uninstall it probably. It's kind of bleh. It wants to be like an old Legend of Zelda game, but it's not. It's just not very good. I tried streaming Vermintide 2 a while back. That didn't work too well. Dragon's Dogma? It's on my Steam wishlist. I keep meaning to get it, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's been on sale a few times. I think I'll grab it next time it hits $10. Halfway through the second part of Complete Journey? Yeah. I know. I got it for... When I started playing it, I was having a lot of fun with it, and I bought a copy for my ex-boyfriend, and his response at starting to play it was, this character looks like you, but he's an awful person, and that makes it really hard to play. That was kind of... Oh yeah, Long Dark has a story mode, doesn't it? Let me double check. Let me see if the... Yeah, Redux Update's already out. Fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna play Long Dark. Let me just fix the settings here. Stream may go kind of weird for a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to end the stream and restart it to get it to split this into 2 videos, which is really annoying. But I should also be able to lower the latency because I've got money for... not money. I have the connection to do that. I remember a lot of complaints about the Long Dark Story, and I heard that a lot of those got fixed in the Redux update last December. Yes, I'm going to play Half-Life 3. Absolutely. Speaking of Half-Life, how close is Black Mesa to, any news on Black Mesa releasing Zen? Fuck it. I'm gonna play Tooth and Tail. I've been told to try that out. No, that doesn't have a campaign, does it? That's just a bunch of regular stuff. I don't know if that does have a campaign. I keep flip-flopping on what I'm gonna play tonight. I have the first Divinity, or Divinity Original Sin, but I don't have the others. Or the other. I want to keep streaming, but I can't pick what to play. I'm in a bad headspace to pick. See you later, man. I'm not giving money to the devs of Hunt Down the Freeman, who also scammed their entire studio and everyone who worked on it. Any news on Bannerlord? Bannerlord's been doing their dev diaries. I'm going to be back in just a second. I just have to change the stream info.